How's it going, everyone? Texas Man here. I hope that you guys are all having a spectacular day. If you guys would, please give this video a thumbs up. If you guys do enjoy it, subscribe, of course, if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, make sure you guys hit the bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on future videos or streams here on the channel. You guys can also find me on Twitch at Douglas447. I stream there at least once a week. Also, if you guys have any movie shows or games you guys want me to cover here on the channel, please let me know in the comment section down below. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Star Wars Tales of the Empire. Enjoy. As always, guys, we're going to be talking positives and negatives, and Tales of the Empire has just been out for a little bit of a while now here in 2024. It is on Disney Plus. I am hoping I can get it on physical copy. I want to get Tales of the Jedi as well, but it has been something of a hard get and a well-wanted find. So, also, I want to let you guys know I am working on my Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 3, the final season. That will be coming out very soon, so look forward to that when that does happen. I am working on it. Sorry it's taking me a little longer than normal, but I am working on it. Of course, I'm working on a bunch of other things as well, so please do be patient with me as I am working on that. Tales of the Empire is an animated epic. 6 episodes all got released at once. It is a sequel of sorts to Tales of the Jedi, yet its focus is more established on characters and events that we have seen but haven't gotten a lot of lore explanation as to. So what I mean by that is that if you guys remember in Mandalorian Season 2, when we got introduced to Morgan Elsbeth, which led into the Ahsoka show, her character was just there, and there wasn't really any good context as to why she was doing what she was doing. With the Ahsoka show, we learned that she's a Night Sister survivor, and she is a friend of Thrawn and such. So this show specifically focuses on Morgan Elsbeth and her rise to the Empire ranks, and what we get to see of her in Mandalorian, why she's doing what she's doing there, and why she's doing what she's doing in the Ahsoka show. We also get the fan favorite return character of Barriss Offee, and we get to see her get to survive Order 66, which honestly I kind of figured that when she wasn't mentioned or seen in Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 6 or 7, I figured, okay, she stays in the Clone Wars jail on Coruscant, and then when Order 66 happened, that she would have just been executed. That was my thought. And then obviously with Rebels, maybe she became an Inquisitor and she gets killed off or something. There's been a lot of speculation, but with this show, we get to see, yes, she did survive Order 66. She became an Inquisitor, and then she kind of has this like redemption arc where she ends up realizing that being an Inquisitor, working for the Empire, is everything that she stood against, and that the Republic basically became the Empire, and the thing that she was fighting for against within the Clone Wars is still the thing that she needs to be fighting against, which is the Empire. And she ends up becoming a Jedi mentor towards 2 people that we know of within the show. And so that was kind of cool to see her redemption from Jedi serving in the Clone Wars as a Padawan to trying to frame the Jedi because she realized the corruption within the Republic. The Jedi weren't specifically the problem, but she could see the political system and the structure within the Republic falling apart because of what Emperor Palpatine was doing. And so her fight wasn't against the Jedi. Her fight was against Emperor Palpatine and the eventual rise of the Empire. And we get to see that on screen, which I think was pretty cool. I'm happy that both characters also get 3 episodes that are in chronological order. So the first 3 is all about Morgan Elsbeth, her surviving the assault from General Grievous and the Separatist forces against the Night Sisters. Then we get to see her fall in favor with Grand Admiral Thrawn. And then we get to see that she's basically the person responsible for the creation of the TIE Defender, the TIE fighter with the shield that we get to see in Rebels. This kind of is a show that brings in some retcons as well. With Rebels, we always believed that it was Grand Admiral Thrawn's vision to do that. This show kind of does a retcon, and it was actually Morgan Elsbeth's idea to do so to try to gain favor within the Empire. And then in episode 3, we get to see how everything ties in together with the rise of the New Republic and why she was doing what she was doing in Mandalorian Season 2 and leading into the Ahsoka show. Pretty cool, pretty fun, interesting to see some more of what Morgan Elsbeth was doing during Clone Wars, The Rise of the Empire, and The Rise of the New Republic. It was cool, interesting, fun. Not much else to say about that. I like the fact that it was 1, 2, 3, and then episode 4, 5, and 6 is all about Barriss Offee. It's not like a time jump where we're going, okay, this first episode, it's about Morgan Elsbeth. Second episode, it's about Barriss Offee. I like that they didn't do this jumping around thing. That was nice, and I am happy about that. Like I said, episode 4 through 6, it's all about Barriss Offee. She survives Order 66, like I said earlier, and we get to see her become an Inquisitor, how and why she becomes that. There's a bunch of Easter eggs and cameos. We get the Grand Inquisitor from Rebels. Darth Vader makes an appearance. This is probably the second retcon within the show that gets established into Star Wars lore. So there is another character now that is alive after Revenge of the Sith that knows that Darth Vader is actually Anakin Skywalker, just evil. So, yeah, we've got that knowledge being known by now Emperor Palpatine, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Yoda, Grand Admiral Thrawn, Barriss Offee, and I'm sure I'm missing like 3-4 other people. Tarkin. There's just a bunch of people. And we can see her redemption arc, and she's kind of like this Jedi Master of sorts, and she tries to save children from the Inquisitors making babies become new Inquisitors to further the Inquisitor Imperium and to further the Sith, training and whatnot. So that was kind of cool to see that although Barriss Offee does become an Inquisitor, she realizes this is not what she wants, and this is not good not only for her, but for the rest of the universe, and she goes back into becoming a Jedi and trying to save children and become a master and a tutor and mentor and friend and ally, which is really cool to see. A couple things I want to talk about. I know I've talked about bad and things, but it was cool to see Morgan and Barriss Offee again, but I am just so doggone tired of this. Same exact thing within the animation department. It was cool to see Morgan and Barriss and Grievous and Grand Admiral Thrawn and this person and that and Easter eggs and references and cameos from Clone Wars and Rebels. But I am just done. I am so bored with post-Order 66 stuff. The Barriss Offee stuff was cool. Seeing that character kind of get a wrap on her arc. The Morgan Elsbeth stuff was cool, but it leads into The Mandalorian. So to understand really what's happening within Tales of the Empire, you need to have seen the Clone Wars show. You need to have seen the Rebels show. Mandalorian Season 2 at least. Ahsoka. The sequel trilogy. Just basically everything Star Wars. If you don't watch everything else Star Wars and you just want to watch this show, you have no idea why things are happening. The very first episode just starts off with General Grievous and his onslaught against the Night Sisters on Dathomir. And you're just if you watch this with the mindset of never watching the Clone Wars and you have never watched anything else Star Wars show related, you haven't a clue what's going on. Because not even General Grievous doing his annihilation of the Night Sisters happened in Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith. That never happens in film. So you're stuck to understanding this for diehard fans of the Clone Wars show. So unless you've seen other things within Star Wars media outside of the movies, Tales of the Empire is going to be completely confusing to you. It's not a show that you can just dive into and watch and enjoy without having to have seen other Star Wars media. That is one thing about Clone Wars and Rebels I think that resonates well with people, is that with Clone Wars, all you have to have done is watched at least episode 1 and 2. Rebels, all you need to have done is watched nothing. You can actually go into Rebels completely blind. You have no knowledge of Star Wars. You can watch it completely blind, and you can enjoy it for what it is. This show, you have to have a lot of past Star Wars knowledge to understand who's doing what, where, and why. I mean, episode 4 that starts off Barriss Offee's redemption arc, it starts off with her on Coruscant being in a jail and watching the Jedi Temple burn. And if you're not a Star Wars fan and you understand why she got there and how, because of the ending of Clone Wars Season 5, you're like, who is this character and why should I care? And where are we? And what are we doing? It's kind of confusing. Now, I am hopeful that since the Bad Batch Season 3 is over with, maybe we can get some animated shows that take place within the original trilogy. Like, I don't understand why it is that with George Lucas or even Disney, why we haven't gotten anything in animation show-wise during the original trilogy. We've gotten Clone Wars now, which takes place between episode 2 and 3. We've gotten Rebels, which takes place between 3 and 4, along with Rogue One and Solo. We've gotten Resistance, which takes place between episode 6, 7, and leads into 8. We've gotten Tales of the Jedi. We've gotten the Ahsoka show. We've gotten The Mandalorian. We've gotten Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire, Book of Boba Fett, but we haven't gotten anything that takes place in between like episode 4 and 5. We've never gotten anything between episode 5 and 6. There are a couple years, at least, worth of time gap between the original trilogy episodes that they could make a show. And it could work really well. And I'm just hopeful that we get some of that, because I'm so sick of this Clone Wars focusing and showing the beginning of the rebellion. I'm so sick of that when it comes to movies and shows. I want to move past Clone Wars. I've gotten my fill of Clone Wars stuff for 25 years now, okay? I mean, The Phantom Menace came out in 1999. I have had my fill of Clone Wars and prequel stuff to the original trilogy to last me a lifetime. Okay, we've had that for 25 years at the time of recording this video. Think about that. Okay, we've had games, movies, we've had books, comics, video games. Shows. I just, don't get me wrong, I love my Star Wars, but I'm just like, when you think about it in grand scheme of things, we've gotten so much Clone Wars stuff, and I want some new things. So, overall, I think Tales of the Empire is pretty cool. All 6 episodes, like I said, they're all on Disney+. They're only like 15 minutes each, so it's a really easy binge watch. You can watch all the episodes in like an hour and a half. It's really fast to watch everything. So, I'm going to give the show a 7 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. Look forward to my review of Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 3. That should be coming out very soon. Look forward to it. Have a great day, guys, and may the Force be with you always. Bye, guys.